Is it on? Is it on? Good morning, good morning, good morning. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness. I'm sitting up in here with this tight pink shirt on. But it's going to be all right. I just woke up. I got to get ready for work. Good morning, people. Good morning. I got some things to talk about this morning. Lord, I said I wasn't going to get back on Facebook Live until tomorrow, but I got to talk about it today. So I hope y'all are having a good morning. Tomorrow, tune in for chicken and dumplings. I'm going to be cooking that tomorrow when I wake up. But we got to talk about a few things, folks. We got to talk about a few things. But before I talk about the controversial stuff, I'm going to talk about, I had someone talk about why are you successful? I want to be like you. And when I look at you, you got it all going on. Let me tell you, I got to be honest with y'all. I got to be honest with you. Success comes from being who you are. And being comfortable with who you are and loving yourself. That's where success comes from. And it's not easy. It takes time for some people, but it's all right. It's all right. Everybody has a different journey and a different path. And so you have to love yourself and you have to be comfortable with yourself. And so what does that mean? You know, it's not necessarily a sexual orientation thing. It's just loving who you are as a person. And so that's where I believe my success comes from. And again, it took me a long time to get there. But when you look at me, I know that people, and I actually had a good conversation. I'm glad I had this conversation because I never want to appear that I have everything going, right, and that I'm just this perfect person, because it's just not true. And so where some may see me as successful, I don't see that in myself. I see that I'm setting goals and I'm trying to get there, but I haven't made it yet in my mind. And so that keeps me going forward. I'm driven. It kind of took me back when I was having the conversation the other day, and someone was asking me or saying that they really looked up to me and they wanted to be like me. And I was like, whoa, let's have a conversation about this and let's talk about what that really means. And from your perspective, what you're seeing, and then from my perspective and living and just those types of things. Anyway, and so, there are things that, like, I have friends that I can't have lunch with here in the area because they're afraid that being seen with me is going to associate them with being gay, or somebody's going to figure out, so we got to go to Richmond, or we got to go outside of this area. And so there are people that are struggling. Good morning, Brian. And so it binds them. It holds them back, no matter what it is. If you aren't comfortable with being yourself, you can't be successful. You just can't, because it's going to always restrict you. When you have to look over your shoulder, and you're constantly wondering whether somebody's looking at your teeth or your hair or your weight or something of that nature, or your sexual orientation. I can't talk this way. I can't walk this way. I got to do. All that stuff is going to restrict you. And so when you don't love yourself and you don't appreciate who you are as a person, then you're not going to be successful. And so that's my words of wisdom for people. Stop worrying about what other people think and start focusing on self and figuring out where you want to be. And, you'll be all right. So anyway, let's talk about some controversial stuff, y'all. Oh, my God. Shirley Caesar, get somewhere and sit down and shut up. What? Hey, Sandy. Oh, what in the world is going on? I said I was going to leave this Shirley Caesar stuff alone, y'all. I said I was going to leave it alone. I'm sorry, Kim Burrell. But it just keeps coming up. There's always something new every other day, and somebody's always got something to say. Child, Shirley Caesar, go get your food and sit down and shut up. Just stop it. It is ridiculous. I don't understand why people feel the need to feel like they have to Kim Burrell. I just don't get it. I don't wish harm upon the lady. I don't feel like her career needs to be destroyed, but I do think that she needs to think about what she's saying and the impact that it has on people, especially with the platform that she has. And so, I've lost. See, another thing. Let me tell y'all about this. So I lost about 100, 150 friends. Okay, listen. I don't care about the likes or any of that stuff. I don't. That's not going to stop me from speaking what I believe to be the truth or doing me. And so, some people get, I guess, caught up in all that hoopla and craziness. That doesn't define me. None of it defines me. So, it's God's blessed me. I'm going to tell you, because I still have 5,000 friends. You look at my Instagram, I lost probably about 100 friends. That's all right. Let them go. But I'm going to speak the truth. If I see something that's wrong, something that I believe to be hateful, or I see something that hurts people, I'm going to talk about it. And I'm just going to tell it how it is. I hate that people feel like I am attacking the church, and I don't know what to do to change that, but I try to listen to other people's perspectives, but you cannot tell me that what she said was of God. You just can't. I can't believe it. You go show me in the Bible where it says some of the things that she said, or in the way that she said it. And it's not so much, I won't even say, let's not say hate speech. It was just downright disrespectful and rude to call out another pastor on what you believe to be his issues, and ain't nobody done told you nothing. Anyway, I'm getting up on the Kim Burrell thing again. I just get so offended. And if I really held back, because you know what? I'm going to tell you how I really feel about it. Somebody going to be mad with this one, but I'm going to tell you how I really feel about it. It is interesting to me, and this ain't everybody. Let me put that out there. Disclaimer, not everybody, but I'm going to say this. When you look at the black community and the black church, Lord, I'm going to say it. You could be a rapist, a pedophile, beat your woman upside the head, murderer, anything, but just don't be gay. Let me say that again. You could be a rapist, a pedophile. You could abuse your wife, your girlfriend. You can do all those things, but don't be gay, because that's the worst thing that can happen. There's something wrong with that thought process. You got people kicking their kids out, kicking them out, putting them on the street just for being gay. What is going on? Meanwhile, the boyfriends, the husbands, beating them upside the head, and they kick their sons out for being gay because that's an abomination. So there's a problem with the thought process there, and that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that you can't have your convictions and believe how you want to believe, but are you coming at it from an angle or perspective of love? Are you really trying to, and I said it before and I'll say it again, win souls for Christ? What are you trying to do? And so that's how I feel about it. Now, I'm off of the Kim Burrell thing. I don't know why. Last night, 4 o'clock in the morning, I was thinking about this thing again. And then I saw Shirley Caesar. Y'all know who Shirley Caesar is. If you don't know her, she did that what is it? Hams, rams, dogs, and whatever, catfish, whatever it was. That's Pastor Shirley Caesar. So she done got up and defended Kim Burrell, talking about take the cell phones out the church and stuff. No. It's not about taking the cell phones out of church. It's about thinking about what you're saying before you say it. And don't let your flesh get involved in your sermon, but in 2 ways. Have y'all seen the thing with the where the 4 teenagers kidnapped the man in Chicago? Have y'all seen that silliness, that craziness? Has anybody seen it? Holy crap. And the outrageous thing about this is we're debating if it's a hate crime or not. We're debating that. Listen, that's a hate crime. Let me be the first to say it. It's a hate crime. It's a hate crime. And the thing about it is I don't see anybody rioting or tearing up anything. Most people ain't even talking about it. Now listen, and I speak truth. Let's speak truth and acknowledge how it is. Had that been a black man and 4 white men, listen, nobody would even care about what Donald Trump have to say. Obama, Shirley Caesar, Kim Burrell, nobody would have cared about anything. And that's the truth. And it's sad. It is so sad that we are in this place where there's this double standard. We need to call it what it is. It is a hate crime. It was heinous. It was disgusting. And those 4, I don't care what color you are. You do something like that, they need to throw you in jail and throw away the key. That's what they need to do. Chicago needs help. And not only Chicago, a lot of major cities need help. But listen, that's terrible. That is terrible. And then you're going to have, I was looking at comments today where people are saying stuff like, well, it's about time that they get theirs back. Get what? Get what back? Listen, let me tell you what and I've said this before too, let me tell you what a lot of people think about this kind of stuff, this race stuff. A lot of white people. And I ain't speaking for all white people. I'm just saying this is what some of them think. They didn't own slaves. They ain't benefited from it. They got to work just as hard as everybody else does. They tired of hearing about it. They tired of getting it thrown up in their face. And yes, there's some racist, ignorant people out there. And yes, there's the system set up. We get all of that. We get all of that. But to think that because of some things that have happened in our history, in our past, or because there's some issues that we're still dealing with as a black community, that this kind of stuff is okay, you're wrong. And I'll call you out on it every time. You're wrong. So if you done posted some little silliness about, well, it's about time they get theirs, then you can go on defriend me too, because I don't care about it. I don't care. That it's wrong. I could not believe my eyes watching it. I just was like, what is going on? Where is our mind at? And it's not necessarily a black-white thing. It's just people thing in general. If you do something like that, they need to lock you up and throw away the key. I don't want to hear about, oh, they got their whole lives ahead of them. No, when you get to that level where you done kidnap somebody and you torturing them, you got to go. You got to go. So anyways, y'all, I had a lot on my mind this morning when I woke up. And, I hope everybody's having a great day. I think it's going to snow today. Ugh. So I'm going to get ready and go on into work. But I just want to talk about a few things and just hopefully encourage, some people out there. And when you see me, I don't want you to see me as this person who has it going on, because I don't. Every day I wake up, I struggle. I'm just like everybody else. And I'm not any better than anybody else. And, my thing is not about attacking people, but we got to speak truth. Call it what it is. Speak truth. If you're speaking truth and you're coming from a sincere place and you're trying to love on people, you're going to be fine all day. I'm thankful. Let me tell y'all something. And this has been, when I look at other people and the things that they've gone through, and I've had a rough life as well, I am so blessed. And I tell people, and they're like, well, how do I get to where you are? You get to where I am when you learn to love yourself. And you stop putting up with people's mess. And you start, when you got respect for yourself, you're going to have that line or that boundary for other people. And so I'm so thankful that I work at a place where there's respect and they're professional. And I cannot imagine and this started way back at VMI, I cannot imagine not being who I am. I would rather be by myself alone in a corner with a puppy, a catfish, or a kitten than to have all the friends in the world but not be able to be who I am. Whatever that means. And so sometimes you gotta weigh it out. You gotta weigh it out. So I heard something the other day that I want to share with y'all before I get off of here and get ready for work. I'm going to the Bible, so if you don't like the Bible, go on and tune off, because we're gonna talk about some things. This is what some people say. Well, what encourages you, and what drives you? So let me give you a little bit of what encourages me and what keeps me going. Let's see, where are we at in here? We're going to go to the Bibles, y'all. We're going to go to the Bibles before I get ready this morning to go on to work so I can get encouraged. I'm going to read a little bit of what encourages me and what drives me. And when you think about this, whether you're church, Lord, I can't talk, whether you're church, you're not church, you believe in God, you don't believe in God. I think this is something that we can all take and use in our lives, all right? And this is what I'm talking about when people say I'm attacking the church. I'm not attacking the church. What I'm saying is what is your purpose and what are you doing? I think somewhere along the way we got lost, and I'm trying to point that out to people, because people are afraid. If you say anything negative about somebody, especially a pastor in the church, you're going to be condemned. People are going to defriend you. They're not going to listen. I've noticed that people ain't liking my statuses. I don't care. I'm going to tell the truth. I'm going to say it. Hopefully in saying it, people are listening and are saying, okay, let me readjust here. Not that I can't address issues, but let me readjust my frame of mind. If you know that you hate something, or you detest something, or you've had a bad experience with something, you may want to make sure that you done got some counseling or something before you speak on it. Because if not, you're going those biases, that anger is going to come out, and it's going to intertwine itself in what the message is, and you're going to end up offending people and hurting people. There ain't nothing wrong with stepping on people's toes when you're in church. I get that. But when you stepping on those toes, you better make sure you got yourself right, and you better make sure that you listening to what the Holy Spirit has to say. Anyways, I'm getting off on a tangent. But let me talk to y'all. I'm going to 1 Corinthians. Get your Bibles, and turn with me to 1 Corinthians 13. And this is what I believe makes me so successful, because even going into law enforcement a long time ago, it ain't been that long ago. I'm still a little baby, but anyway. I was worried that I was going to become pessimistic, that I was going to start looking at life negatively at some part along my career, because you're meeting people and you're seeing people on their worst days, in their worst frame of mind, and all that kind of stuff. And so for me, I was like, oh my God, when is this going to happen? I was worried about it. And I'm so happy that I'm still optimistic, and that I still love people, and I have a job to do, and I'm going to do my job, but I just love people. I love people. And so when people are hurting, like, I feel that, and it's not being fake, let me tell you something. I love to see people succeed. I love to see people encouraged. I love to see people laugh. It's not about my rank. It's not about my status in society. It's not about wealth. If you measure your worth by your wealth, you're wrong. You're wrong. All right? Some of the richest people are the most sad, lonely, isolated, hurting people in the world. You could have all the money in the world. It's not going to solve your problems, people. So if you're measuring your worth by your wealth, you better rethink that. If you're measuring your worth by the clothes that you wear, those designer clothes, if you driving a Bentley, a Lamborghinis, or something like that, you better rethink it. If you measure your worth by your position in an agency or in a company or a business, you better rethink it, because all those things could pass away. Listen, if they called me tomorrow and said, you a deputy, I'm going in and knowing my job. It doesn't, those things are, you got to look at what's important. And so what's important to me is love, So we're going to go on to the Bibles, and we're going to talk, I'm going to talk about it. I'm just going to read it real quick in case some of y'all don't got Bibles, because I know some of y'all out there ain't got no Bibles because you heathens. I'm just playing. Calm down. Don't get angry with me. But anyways, this is my motivation for today. And it says, this is 1 Corinthians 13. And now I will show you the most excellent way. If I speak in the tongues of men and of angels, but have not love. Let me say that again. If I speak in the tongues of men and of angels, but have not love, I am only a resounding gong or clanging cymbal. If I have the gift of prophecy and can fathom all mysteries and all knowledge, and if I have a faith that can move mountains, can y'all, let me tell you, woo, tell the mountain to move and it move. Come on now. But have not love, I am nothing. If I give all I possess to the poor and surrender my body to the flames, but have not love, I gain nothing. Love is patient. Love is kind. It does not envy. It does not boast. It is not proud. It is not rude. It is not rude. It is not self-seeking. It is not easily angered. It keeps no record of wrongs. Sometimes somebody may do something wrong to you. You got to let it go. Let it go. Forgive and move on. If God can forgive me in all my mess. Whoo. Keeps no record of wrongs. Whew. Love does not delight in evil, but rejoices with truth. It always protects, always trusts, always hopes, always preserves. Love never fails. That's enough from the book, because I'm about to start shouting in here. Love, 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 love. Let me tell y'all something. You got to love on people. That's all I'm saying. Ooh, I feel it in my spirit. You got to love on people. You got to love on people. People are going to make mistakes. People are going to hurt you. We're human beings. You got to still love on people, and you got to learn to let some things go. People say, well, how do you do it? How did you do it? I just realized that I'm jacked up and I'm messed up, and I treat people like I want to be treated. So for all the people that have hurt me in my past and all the people that have done things to me, I forgive them. And I don't do it just to say it. You got to mean that thing, because if not, you can tell by the way you act and by the way you respond and by the way you treat them. So when you really forgive somebody, you got to let it go and stop bringing it up all the daggone time. If you say you done forgave them, then move on. Let it go. But love, 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 love. Good Lord, I want to read that again. Hold on, I got to go back and read that again. Y'all go and tune off, because I just got to hear that one more time, because that was just too... I mean, it just says so much in here. Oh, my goodness. If I speak in the tongues of men and of angels, but have not love, I am only a resounding gong or a clanging cymbal. If I have the gift of prophecy and can fathom all mysteries and all knowledge, and if I have a faith that can move mountains, a faith that can move, if I just have the faith of a tiny mustard seed, but have not love, I am nothing. Man, where are you at? Where are you at? Where are you coming from? That's all I'm saying. Miss Kim Burrell, Pastor Shirley Caesar, where are you coming from? Are you coming from a place of love? Are you coming from a place of love? Anyway, I'm telling y'all, that thing just touched me. And people say they don't get it. They don't get it. I can't explain it. I don't know how to explain it. I'm just thankful that I have a heart of service and that I love people. And when you truly love people, all those things that we put in the mix, you realize that it don't matter. Life is so short. Life is so short. We live like tomorrow is promised. And it's not promised. And you know, people are dying, going away from here, and then you hear people say, well, I wish I would have. Honey, I try to live like I don't, and like I won't ever have to say that. Like I fall short every day, but I try to love on people. I try to right the wrongs. When I'm wrong, I apologize. And it's not easy to apologize sometimes and just to say I'm wrong. But ain't nobody perfect. Listen, it takes a lot to get me angry, but when I'm there, I thank God that I can think through the process of being angry. And so I know I've lost some friends and some followers along the way, but I'm going to keep speaking what I believe to be the truth, and it's going to be all right. It's going to be all right, peoples. You know, I think we need to get back to beating these children. That's what needs to happen. Somebody need to spank somebody's tail, because I don't know what's going on, but some of these kids is out of control. Out of control. Just doing all kinds of stuff. Oh, Lord. Anyway, I'm about to get off of here. I got to get ready for work. So I got about 15 minutes before I got to get out of here. But I want to also say this. Stop judging people. Please stop judging people. People make mistakes. Some of us do it in a public manner where you can see the mistakes. Some of us do it behind scenes and cover stuff up. But stop judging people. Stop it. Stop it. Love on somebody and think and see how you can help them through. Now listen, I said stop judging people, and I just talked about those 4 boys that just did that to that man, that just kidnapped that man and tortured him. Yeah. Oh, I just had a thought, but I didn't want to say it on Facebook Live. I'm just saying this. People make mistakes. Love somebody, help somebody, give something back to the world. I hope y'all have a blessed day. I'm going to go on, get ready, get into work, and get out of this medium pink shirt that I got on. This is my breast awareness shirt. Y'all can't tell it's pink, but I sleep in this anyway. So that's why it's so tight. It keeps my circulation running through my body when I'm sleeping. And that's what I'm telling myself anyway. That's why I ain't got no wrinkles, because I'm tied up in bed with this daggone tight shirt on. Anyway, I hope y'all have a great day. Please be safe. If it snows and the roads are stay home. Stay off the road. If the roads are icy and it's snowing out there, stay off the road. Read a book. Get on Netflix. Get on Facebook Live. Do something, but stay off the road. If I have to come pull y'all out of a ditch today, I'm going to get you. I'm going to get you. Stay off the road. All right. Have a great day. Love you all. Mwah, 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 mwah. See you tomorrow for chicken and dumplings. I'm so excited. It's going to be a little emotional for me, but I promise that I'm not going to cry, because, you know, that when I think of chicken and dumplings, I think of my mother. And so I'm gonna be burning in the kitchen tomorrow. I'm gonna try to see if I can't get me I gotta get a different hat. You know, I gotta have a different hat. So stay tuned for hey Inez. Yeah, I have a different hat, so I don't know what hat I'm gonna be wearing tomorrow. But hey Larissa, I love you. See, don't never tell me. I don't know what I'm doing with this Facebook Live thing. I just get on here and act the fool, but I don't never know who's really watching and who's not watching and all this other kind of stuff. I can't tell. But anyway, hey Larissa, I miss you. So what was I talking about? Oh yes, so tomorrow, I got to get my special hat for my chicken and dumplings, and we're gonna have a good old time. And I don't know what we're gonna be talking about, but we're gonna be cooking in the kitchen. I'm gonna get the chicken, and I'm gonna get the whole chicken. We're gonna do it old school, and I'm gonna make the I'm going to put the chicken in the pot, and we're going to get some dumplings. And I'm not doing the bread dumplings. I'm doing the dumplings that you roll out and you put the square. Oh, I got to make sure I got a rolling pin. I don't know what I use. I use a PVC pipe or a pencil or something. But anyway, I hope you all have a blessed day. And if I've offended you, I apologize. I'm probably a pile of lying right now, but no, I'm just playing. My goal is not to offend people, but I hope that in something that I say that people will just think about things and think about the appropriate way to handle things and how you're treating people. That's what my goal is. So if I've offended you and you feel like I'm coming for the church or I'm coming for you personally, I apologize. That's not the goal. That's not the intent. Listen to what I'm saying. And, anyways, I hope you all have a blessed day. I'm going to get off here. I keep saying I'm going to get off here. I got to get ready for work, y'all. I got 10 minutes. Okay. All right. Y'all have a great day. Love you all. Bye.